Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. For those of you that are new, there's a lot of new subscribers here. Welcome to the page. We're a page of all ages, all races, all sexes. We don't care. We're here to make money. Hey, make sure you don't fall for spam in the comment section. And I don't manage anybody's money. Lastly, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. We're here for discussion. We discuss, we make money. All right. So the job numbers came out today, and the market did something a little weird. It's going to be a weird day. I'm shooting this way before closing bell, like in the middle of the day. It's just going to be a weird day. I'm waiting to see what Monday brings. Just remember, I want to caution stop losses. I'll talk about that. And I want to caution that sometimes trading is simply sitting still, right? So let's listen to the job numbers and then let's discuss what happened to the market today.
Whoever took the over, congratulations, 517,000. 517,000 non-farm payrolls, a blast off of a number. That's the highest number since February of 22 when it was 714,000. If you look at manufacturing payrolls, they were 19,000, 3 times expectations. Unemployment rate, 3.4. We crashed the half-century barrier, a new post-cycle low. That is unreal when you think about it. And average hourly earnings month over month up 0.3, which matches last month, which matches October, which matches August, which matches April. We've had a lot of 0.3. That's pretty much the low water mark until you get to March, where it was only up 0.1. In January, that's 21. In January 21, when it was unchanged. If you look at year over year, a bit of a different story. 4.4%, not too bad, sequentially at least for the moment, following 4.6. And when you look at 4.4% on average hourly earnings, that actually is the lightest going all the way back to August of 21. August of 21, where it was 4.3. If you look at the work week came in at 34.7. 34.3 is the low water mark. 34.7 actually ramps us up to the highest since February of last year. That is a big jump, something to pay attention to. And finally, labor force participation rate, also pretty good news, 62.4. 62.4 actually equals the high water mark, which was March at 62.4. That's really good news. To find a higher one, you have to go to March, right after COVID hit. So that's March of 2020, where it was 62.6. So we're looking pretty good there. The underemployment rate, or U6, ticked up a bit to 6.5 in the rearview mirror. 6.6 in the rearview mirror, 6.5, and 6.5 had been the low. So it's not too bad. We only moved up a bit. So to summarize, much better than expected. Yields jumped from basically 338 up to 347. 348's the high water mark there. We see pre-opening Dow futures drop, not significantly, but they did drop, and they're very volatile. Remember that this report, inherent in it when you comb through it, and I'm sure Steve will, there's benchmark revisions for the 12 months ending in March of 22. And one final thought, maybe the most important issue here that everybody wants to try to hook in together, especially if you're looking for the Fed to ease back, and this report kicked up in many ways. The point is that a pause, well, I don't know if a pause really reignites inflation. That's the first thing that always needs to be questioned. But the biggest issue of all, and I'll leave it here, is that the alignment between wages, jobs, and inflation and the econometric models of the Federal Reserve may not be exactly correlating in a fashion that matches reality.
So you heard him say that the jobs is not matching with reality. I agree with him, though he is the most bearish person in the world after Jamie Dimon. And so you see what happened with the Dow. It went down. Remember, good job numbers or strong job numbers, meaning low unemployment equals bad market. So what did the market do when this happened? Let's look at the Dow. Let's see what the Dow did. As you can see, the Dow upon the job numbers literally tanked. It tanked. And then what happened? Came back. The the indices are saying, I don't care anymore. The stock market is saying, I really don't care anymore. And there is not a realistic correlation. Here is another kind of a warning sign, like a bad sign. As you can see in that report, you see that the 2-year is paying more than the 10-year. The 2-year is paying more than the 10-year. The yield curve. So when the 2 is paying more than the 10, that's called an inverted yield curve. And that yield curve is still inverted, which means eventually there's a harder recession coming. Now, I don't want to sound negative all of the time. Listen, we're going to trade the market that we are in, right? So let's talk about stop losses because I'm here to help you. Remember on yesterday's video, and if you didn't see yesterday's video, I'm going to leave it in the box right here because it's really, I went over all my plays. I went over how to make money, not just on these earnings, but earnings going forward. So there was a lot of lessons in yesterday's. But one of the plays I was in, Baidu, B-I-D-U, is a Chinese ADR. And remember, I said I don't hold these long and I keep setting my stop loss as they go up. Well, it triggered a sale because it tanked this morning. Why did it tank? There is a balloon that was in our airspace, a Chinese balloon that was in our airspace. The Chinese say it was weather. They're kind of apologizing. And America says you're spying on us. See, these are the type of things that could change everything on a dime. And this is why me personally, I'm not telling you guys what to do, especially for those of you that have NEO. I don't hold these long. And I really keep my stop losses tight on these because this happens like on a Friday. It happens all the time. But there's a way for you to lock in your gains. Lock in your gains. Use your tools. So set that stop loss. If you're doing a trailing stop loss, once you set a trailing stop loss or a hard stop loss, you don't have to leave it there, right? So what I'm doing in a bear market, in a recession, heading into potentially another recession while we're going through a bounce first, a sustained bounce first, trading the market that we're in. What did I get into today? Nothing, because it's just one of those days. Now, some of you did the SQQQ, right? And you probably got burned because you set it when the market was going down this morning, right? And then the market just does this reversal. That's insane. And I know a lot of you guys that will probably, that are new, probably got burned, right? And or panicked. So here's what I say. Make sure you set those stop losses because let's see here. Let's go here. Here it is. Here's the SQQQ. As you could see, popped and it dropped, right? So for the day it dropped, but it's still flat. It's showing flat. So I guess this is early, right? But as you can see, over the last 5 days, it's not doing good. So we don't know what the end of the day today is going to be. We're just taking this step by step, right? So what I say to you is in times like these, there's times when I don't set a stop loss. There's times when it's really, really loose. But I'm warning everybody during this session. I'm just telling you right now that this bounce was too much, too quick. And I'm just telling you, it was too much, too quick. Save your gains. Use your tools, right? Use your tools. So, Larry, what are you looking at for the future? I'll tell you, one of the stock that I'm looking at now, this is not a buy signal, right? This is not a buy signal. This is a keep your eye on. One of them is Ulta, right? So if you look at Ulta, it's a beauty supply. If you look at Ulta, it's down a day, right? Last 5 days, it's up a little bit. 1.5, 1.77%. But if you look over the month, Ultra's doing good. It's up 10% in a bear market, right? Over the last 6 months, Ultra's almost up 40%, 39%, right? And I think that this the PE could come down a little more. But why Ulta, Larry? Because Ulta, what do they sell? They sell beauty supply. What happens if a hard recession comes? People want low, inexpensive things that they could buy that makes them feel good. That's why Dollar General, Dollar Tree, those type of stores do well during a recession, because it's cheaper and it makes people can buy stuff cheaper. Now, Ulta's not cheap. I've been there with my wife. It's not cheap. It's pricey. But it's something to look at. What else am I looking at? To be honest with you guys, I see greener past, though the PE is too high for me right now. But I'm going to monitor it maybe Monday and Tuesday, and then I'm going to start dollar cost averaging in. And that's Starbucks. Starbucks is another one. PE, I think, is a little rich right now, even for Starbucks. But the truth of the matter is, people are paying more for coffee. And when things get bad, people are not going to stop drinking coffee. So those are two just to keep your eye on. I'm not saying to go and buy it, right? So just know that if you have any of the Chinese ADRs, you probably got freaked out because they were all going down. Now, I'm going to monitor Baidu, TC.com, all of those that I made money on a few days ago. And I may re-enter. As a matter of fact, I may re-enter into some option plays into those today, because I like to buy it at the biggest fear, right? And if they come out and they say, hey, it was a mistake, blah, 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 you guys know how the China-American relationship goes. It's nothing rarely happens. It's a lot of threats, but there's a lot of money for us to be made until then. But I would say, listen, if you're doing an SQQQ, TQQQ, don't hold those long. I don't. Well, I can't tell you not to hold them long. I don't hold them long, right? I just don't hold them long. Options, I don't hold them long. I lock in my gains and I move out, because you can always get back in. And soon as I'm in gains, right now during this season, set your stop losses, okay? Somebody's going to say stop losses don't work all of the time. Well, they've been working every single time for me for the last 5 months. So that's what I do, okay? Somebody was asking about my set. Let me see if I can show you guys my set here. See here, somebody said, hey, what is that blinking? So that's the chart I just got through showing you. This is my screen. Hey, what's up, good people? And I have all of this that I'm doing while I'm talking to you guys. I'm going from camera to camera to camera. Watch this. So I go boom, boom, boom. And this is my stop start. I can do sounds and everything. Someone else was asking about this wall. Was it a green screen? Let's see. No, it's not a green screen. That is solid backlit. And this is solid backlit. All right. Can you guys see that? I'm sorry, guys. I'm talking. You guys can't see that. So they were asking about this screen. It's solid backlit, and this is solid backlit, and this is what I was talking about. All right, sorry about that, good people. Thought I was on the right thing. I was. So here's my board. Here's everything. My mic. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. You can see all of the junk that I bought that is still in boxes. Some of it, and so I'm just reinvesting because you guys deserve the best. I'm going to give you the best. All right. Listen. There is two links below, Moomoo and Webull. Just download both, put $100 into both. You can get 12 free stock in one. You can get up to 15 free stock in the other. Make sure you read everything. Let's get this money, and then you do what you please, okay? Hey, I want to thank you guys for all of your positive messages and positive words this weekend. Yesterday, it was not good, or day before yesterday, it was not good. I had a bad accident, and I'll share that with you guys later, all right? I love you guys. Continue to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you're not subscribed. Make sure you're not unsubscribing, and make sure you share this page with your friends and family, because we're going to make money during this season, regardless of what the market is doing. But just remember this: stop losses, trade the market you're in. We're going to take this spam is going crazy. We're going to take these days by the day. We're going to trade by the day, by the week, and by the environment. All right, good people? I'm not editing none of this out. I will see you guys. Remember, live, love, laugh, and learn and earn, but also be kind, rewind, and do it again.